Let's make some melodic dubstep. What's up everyone, my name is CGTunes and today we're going to be making some melodic dubstep. I love melodic dubstep so much. It is like one of my favorite music genres of all time and it's just like something special about it. I love it so much. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made my song Bloom. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so starting out with the intro, I threw in a ton of just like strings and piano chords, just trying to set the cinematic vibe. I love cinematic sounds. So first we have this string section here that sounds like this. I love it so much. And then it has a filter that just kind of increases until the breakdown here. And then I also have this piano playing the same chords. So pretty. All right, so now that we have the cinematic vibe set up, we need something a little bit more to capture the listener's attention. And with that, I created a vocal layer that sings the main melody of the song. So what we have here is 3 layers. They're just ambient vocals, and I literally just sang into, I like hummed into a microphone. So it sounds like this. And it just repeats that over and over. That's the main like melody of the song. What I did here is I have a low one and then I have a middle one that sounds like this. And then I have a really high-pitched one that sounds like this. And then they're all filtered. And if we play all of them together, they sound like this. Lots of reverb on them. And that's it for the intro. We literally just have this right here. So pretty. All right, let's get into the breakdown. So over here I have the sweep that just goes into the breakdown, and then I reverse the sweep to be an impact. Actually, I do think it was actually the other way around. I had an impact and then I reversed it to be a sweep. But right here we have the strings in almost full filter, so they're a little bit more like they cut through the mix a little bit more. And then I cut the piano. There is no piano. And then I have the sub bass that just plays like a thump. Maybe hard to hear if you're not listening with headphones, but. And then I have these saws. One of them's panned right and one of them's panned left, and they sound like this. And I'm like increasing the filter on them as well. There's a filter. And then down here, I have these trance plucks. I love trance melodies so much. Here's what the trance pluck sounds like. So sick. Right here, we just have some drums. They're simply just like some claps. And then just a piano here that plays some chords. Sounds like this. This one's also filtered. That one's just really sparkly, really pretty, very high end, not a lot of low end on that one. And then I do have these cinematic drums that just kind of build in. So it sounds like this. The volume's very low, and then they increase in volume. There they are, and then they have full volume for the build-up. So this is kind of where we're getting into the build-up. Then we do have some build-up drums here. They're just playing like that. You know, we have a faster one. And then, of course, you have to have the drums that sweep in. It's pretty awesome. And then we do just have like a sweep that goes in. Again, we just open up the filters. And then I do have a grunge bass layered over the sub bass when the buildup comes in, and it stops doing the beat and just goes into a long like note altogether. Sounds like this. Very, very grungy. And then you can have the sub bass with it together. And I do have a filter here in the main that just lowers the gain after around like this mark right here, just to get rid of the bass, the low end. And then when the drop hits, I bring it back. So it gives the effect of like a harder hitting drop altogether. So now we are on to the drop, and this is like my favorite part of every song. I love making the drop. I love this. This is probably the coolest melodic dubstep drop I've ever made. But right here we have these basses. So like I said, we have the grunge bass, and then the sub bass, and then I have this little like gritty bass right here, all together. And then I do have these silent moments. Silence is pretty awesome in melodic dubstep because this is where you put in your glitches. So in this silent part right here, I have layered 3 glitches. It sounds like this all together. I got this guy right here, this guy right here, this guy right here. You could just have so much fun. This one was my favorite. That was so fun to make. Anyway, so we'll use that one for as an example. So I have this machine gun like laser bass, sounds like this. That's just the first sound. And then I have a crumble is what I called it. It's just like a downlifter almost. And then right here, I just used some hip hop drum samples and pitched them up really high to add some clicky noises. And all together we got this. It's pretty awesome. So next up, after you have some silence, some glitches, you got your basses, I throw in the chords. I bring the chords back from before, and I layer them in a pattern, almost like a melody, but not quite. If you want what the whole thing looks like, I can highlight this. There you go. That's the whole drop for the chords. And then I have the second saw stack right here, also panned left and right. Sounds like this. They play the same chords. And then I created a guitar lead. It sounds like this, that just plays kind of like the main melody. And then I have a like electronic dance lead right here that does the same thing. Down here, I just have some impacts that hit with every kick beat on the drums. And then here's where the real magic is. This is the vocal chops that we had before. I distorted them very heavily, so we get this. And they sound really messy by themselves, but all together with the song, it's like huge. It sounds so cool. And then I just have a simple drum beat right here from melodic dubstep. You'll listen to that when I play the whole drop. And that's about it for the drop. I mean, here's the processing chain for the vocal lead. So I have an auto shift. The formants are up all the way. I've also played with the formants and the pitch in Ableton's default, the editor right here for the audio clips. And then I have just an EQ to really boost up the volume altogether. And then I boosted the mid end just a little bit and the high end a lot. I did add a distortion to it. It's got a compressor just for the kick drum, and then just some reverb to make it like swell at the end. And that's basically it for the drop. So all together we get this, and I'll play it from like the start of the breakdown right here. Here we go. So you can kind of hear the piano start to swell in a little bit. There's the cinematic drums, kind of the volume raising on that. There's the build-up drums. Chords are getting more intense. Drum bass comes in. Sorry for a little glitch. It's a very large project. There you go. So huge, so huge. I love it so much. There's one thing I did forget to tell you guys. Right here, we have this little audio. It's reverse. I took the first hit of the drop, so this piece right here. And then I reversed it and then just added an auto pan to it so it like shifts around your head a lot. And we get this, right? Where is it? Right here. And I just automate the auto pan rate just to go slow and then really, really fast at the end. And then also with the glitches, I do have an auto pan that just like makes them circle your head a little bit just to give it some more texture. So you get this. So I don't know, if you're not wearing headphones, you probably can't hear that a whole time, but if you are, you can kind of hear like the circle in your head with these things. And they just like little things like that can really take your song to the next level. Like I love AutoPan. AutoPan's so cool. Like Ableton's AutoPan, you can do so much with it. Anyway, after that, I just have this like little breakdown here. I keep the basic beat of the drop, but altogether it just kind of sounds like this right here. So we keep the drop, we keep the basses, and we keep the first chord stack layer, but I just filter everything. And then down here, we have these music box sparkles, which are just wonderful. And those circle your head as well. I have a delay on them, so it does kind of like move around. And again, that's just more texturing. Sounds pretty. It's very sparkly, very emotional. Anyway, that's how I made my song Bloom. That's how I make melodic dubstep. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, liking, leaving a comment. I love feedback. And yeah, I hope I helped you guys today. If you're interested in more of my content, go check out more on my channel page. And if you're interested in hearing more of my work, go check out my official artist channel, CGTunes. I'll link that below. Anyway, hope you all have an amazing day. CGTunes out.